Welcome back to our channel Rare Coins Hub. In today's video, we're going to explore something really interesting and exciting. Stay with us and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. The 1975 USA 1-dime coin might not immediately stand out to the casual observer. It's small, like any other dime, and bears the familiar portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt on its obverse. But as we dive deeper into the history, design, and minting of this particular coin, you'll soon realize that it's not just a piece of everyday currency. The 1975 dime has its own story, one that weaves together history, numismatic artistry, and a surprising collector's market. Let's begin by taking a trip back in time. In 1975, the United States was at a crossroads. The political climate was shaped by the aftermath of the Vietnam War, the Watergate scandal, and the ongoing struggle for civil rights. It was a year of change, and the coinage that was in circulation during this time reflected the country's evolving landscape. But the 1975 dime, with its subtle design changes and the political and cultural context surrounding its minting, would become more than just an object of monetary exchange. It would come to symbolize a period of transition in American history. The story of the 1975 dime begins with its predecessor, the Roosevelt dime, first introduced in 1946. The design was created by famed engraver John R. Sinnock, and it featured a left-facing portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. The coin was issued to honor Roosevelt's legacy, particularly his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, which had left an indelible mark on American society. The coin's design was intentionally simple, focused on Roosevelt's likeness and the words, "Liberty" and "In God We Trust," with the year of minting featured at the bottom of the obverse. However, as we zoom in on the 1975 version of this dime, it's essential to understand the broader context of coin design. The United States Mint had undergone several transitions over the years, and as the 1970s approached, the production of U.S. coinage was faced with a number of challenges. There were changes in the composition of the coins, and rising metal prices made it increasingly difficult for the mint to produce coins in the traditional way. The rising cost of silver, which had been used in the production of many coins up until 1964, meant that the mint had to find alternatives, and by 1975, the U.S. dime had been struck from a cupronickel-clad composition rather than pure silver. This change was not without controversy. The switch from silver to a copper-nickel alloy resulted in a shift in the coin's appearance and weight. Coins became less shiny and tarnished more quickly. And with the rise of new materials, many collectors began to scrutinize the coins being minted, searching for subtle differences, errors, and variations that could make certain pieces more valuable than others. The design of the 1975 dime, like its predecessors, featured Roosevelt's portrait on the obverse. The reverse side of the coin depicted a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. The elements of the design reflected the country's ideals during that period, with a sense of stability and hope for the future. The torch represented freedom, the olive branch symbolized peace, and the oak branch stood for strength and unity. These elements were part of a broader national narrative, one that emphasized the country's perseverance in the face of political and social turmoil. But it's not just the design elements that make the 1975 dime noteworthy. When examining coins like this, collectors often look for variations or flaws that may have occurred during the minting process. The 1975 dime was not immune to these quirks, and there are certain features of the coin that make it highly desirable to numismatists. For instance, one of the most famous variations of the 1975 dime is the double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, causing certain details, like the lettering, to appear doubled. This particular error is highly sought after by collectors, as it gives the coin a distinctive look and can increase its value dramatically. For the 1975 dime, the double die error is most noticeable on the word "liberty" on the obverse, where the letters appear more pronounced and shifted. While this error is relatively rare, it has led to significant interest from collectors, as it's considered an anomaly in what would otherwise be a standard production coin. Another error that has emerged with the 1975 dime is the off-center strike. This occurs when the planchet, or the blank metal disc that is struck to make the coin, is not properly aligned in the minting press. As a result, part of the design is cut off, creating a coin with an asymmetrical appearance. Off-center strikes are often considered valuable by collectors because of their unique and unexpected look. They're also relatively rare, making them highly prized among those who are looking for distinctive additions to their collections. While errors are one avenue for increasing the value of the 1975 dime, its collector appeal also extends to well-preserved, uncirculated examples. Coins that have been well cared for, stored in pristine condition, and graded by professional services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, can fetch a premium. The value of a 1975 dime in mint state can be significantly higher than that of a worn, circulated example. Collectors are always on the lookout for coins that have been preserved without significant wear or damage, as these coins are seen as more valuable for their rarity and condition. Now, let's talk about the ultimate question for collectors and coin enthusiasts alike. What is the current value of the 1975 dime? While the typical 1975 dime in circulation today is worth only its face value of 10 cents, certain versions of the coin have been known to fetch impressive prices on the open market. The double die error, especially when found in higher grades of preservation, can see the value of the coin jump to several $1,000s. For a well-maintained example of a 1975 dime with a noticeable double die error, collectors may be willing to pay anywhere between $500 and $2,000, depending on the specific grade and condition of the coin. Off-center strikes, similarly, can command prices ranging from a few $100s to over $1,000, with more extreme examples reaching even higher values. As for coins that are in near-perfect condition or have been certified by a professional grading service as being of exceptional quality, these can see their value increase exponentially. In fact, in rare cases, a 1975 dime has been known to sell for as much as $1,412,000 at auction. While this is certainly an outlier, it speaks to the remarkable potential that even seemingly unremarkable coins have when they possess unique features, historical significance, or minting errors that make them stand out in the world of numismatics. For collectors looking to get their hands on a valuable 1975 dime, the key is patience and attention to detail. The hunt for these rare coins can take years, but for those who are able to find them, the rewards can be extraordinary. Whether it's a coin with a double die error, an off-center strike, or simply a well-preserved example of the dime, the 1975 quarter is a perfect reminder of how even the most humble of coins can tell a larger story, hold unique value, and connect us to the rich history of American currency. As we wrap up this look into the 1975 USA 1 dime coin, it's clear that its significance goes far beyond its face value. From its historical roots in the 1940s to the fascinating errors that have emerged over the years, the 1975 dime holds a special place in the world of coin collecting. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a casual numismatist, there's no denying that this coin offers a rich narrative and the potential for incredible value in today's market. So, keep your eyes peeled for those rare errors and pristine examples. Who knows what hidden treasures you might find in your pocket change. In the realm of American numismatics, there are certain coins that, although seemingly modest in appearance, hold a special place in history. The 1988 USA 1 dime coin is one such example. It's a coin that, when first minted, might not have attracted much attention beyond its intended role in circulation. But as the years have passed, collectors and numismatists have begun to appreciate this unassuming dime for its historical significance, its role in the evolution of American currency, and the unique qualities that have made it a standout in the world of coin collecting. To understand why the 1988 dime is worth so much more than its face value today, some coins even fetching as much as $135,000, we need to first take a step back in time and explore the context in which it was minted. By examining the world of coinage during the late 1980s, we can gain insight into why this particular coin holds such an allure for modern-day collectors. The United States Mint had been producing dimes for more than a century by 1988, and the Roosevelt dime, bearing the likeness of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, had been in circulation since 1946. The coin was created to honor Roosevelt's legacy, particularly his role in leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The design of the dime was simple, yet powerful: Roosevelt's image on the obverse, with the word "Liberty" above and "In God We Trust" beneath. The reverse featured a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbolic of liberty, peace, and strength. This consistent design remained unchanged for decades, with only minor adjustments to the coin's minting process over the years. By 1988, the Roosevelt dime had become a familiar and enduring symbol of American currency. However, the late 1980s were also a time of change in the United States, and these changes would eventually influence the world of coinage. In 1988, the U.S. Mint was focused on modernizing its production process and meeting the demands of an evolving economy. At this point, the U.S. was experiencing economic growth, with inflation rates stable and the country moving into an era of relative prosperity. The 1988 dime was part of this economic climate, minted to serve as a reflection of the stable currency system in place at the time. However, what sets the 1988 dime apart from other coins minted in that period is the subtle yet significant variations that occurred during its production. While the dime itself may appear relatively unremarkable to the untrained eye, the details that make it valuable to collectors lie in the coin's minting process and potential errors that can result in rare variations. One of the most common features that collectors look for when evaluating a coin is its rarity. The 1988 dime is, for the most part, a standard issue coin that does not differ drastically from other dimes produced around the same time. However, as with any production process, the possibility for errors exists. These errors can significantly affect a coin's value, making it much more desirable to collectors. For example, one of the most sought-after errors on the 1988 dime is the double die error. A double die error occurs when the coin is struck multiple times, leading to the design appearing more than once on the surface of the coin. The most common areas where this error appears on the 1988 dime are the inscriptions on the obverse, such as the word "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." When these areas appear doubled, it creates a unique and striking visual effect that collectors find particularly appealing. Double die errors are rare, and when found, they can dramatically increase the value of the coin. Another error that has been discovered on some 1988 dimes is the off-center strike. This occurs when the blank metal planchet used to create the coin is not properly aligned in the minting press. As a result, part of the design is missing or shifted, creating an off-center image. Off-center strikes are highly prized by collectors because of their unique look and the rarity of the mistake. For the 1988 dime, these errors can command higher prices, particularly if they are in good condition. The production of the 1988 dime was part of a broader shift in the mint's efforts to address the rising costs of producing coins. By the 1980s, inflation had caused the price of materials, including copper and nickel, to rise. In response, the mint began producing coins with an increasing focus on reducing costs without compromising the integrity of the currency. The 1988 dime was made from a clad composition, consisting of 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, which was a more affordable alternative to the previous silver compositions used in coins up until 1964. This copper-nickel clad composition gave the 1988 dime its distinctive appearance, a slightly muted shine compared to its predecessors. Despite the relatively straightforward minting process of the 1988 dime, it is the coin's connection to the era and the subtle errors that emerged during its production that have made it an object of interest for numismatists. These collectors, who scour coin rolls, auctions, and estate sales in search of valuable treasures, have given the 1988 dime a new life. While a regular 1988 dime in average condition may be worth only its face value, 10 cents, a coin with errors or in exceptional condition can fetch much higher prices. The 1988 dime's collector appeal is not only due to its errors but also its connection to the larger context of U.S. coinage. During the 1980s, the U.S. was undergoing significant political and social change. The country was still dealing with the aftermath of the Vietnam War, the Civil Rights Movement, and the economic changes that defined the Reagan era. Coins like the 1988 dime serve as tangible reminders of this transitional period in American history. For collectors, owning a piece of this history, especially one with unique characteristics, adds an additional layer of value to the coin. The 1988 dime also became part of the broader trend of coin collecting that gained momentum in the latter half of the 20th century. During the 1980s, coin collecting saw a resurgence in popularity, driven in part by the rise of commemorative coins and the growing interest in rare and error coins. The 1988 dime, with its potential for minting errors, was no exception. As collectors began to realize that even minor imperfections could lead to greater value, they began to pay closer attention to coins like the 1988 dime, ensuring that it would be remembered as a valuable collectible. Today, the 1988 dime is highly regarded by collectors, with some rare examples commanding impressive prices. The double die error, in particular, has proven to be one of the most valuable variations, with certain coins selling for as much as $135,000. This price reflects the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the growing demand for high-quality collectibles. While most 1988 dimes are worth only a few dollars in circulated condition, the potential for finding a rare error or well-preserved specimen means that the coin holds a place of significant value in the numismatic world. For those looking to acquire a 1988 dime or add it to their collection, it's important to pay attention to the details. Look for errors, examine the condition of the coin, and be mindful of the market trends. Collecting coins is not only about acquiring valuable pieces but also about preserving a tangible connection to the past. Whether it's the historical significance of the 1988 dime, its design, or the excitement of finding a rare error coin, this humble dime has much to offer the dedicated collector. The story of the 1988 USA 1 dime coin is one of subtle beauty and hidden potential. What began as a standard issue coin has become a symbol of numismatic discovery, with collectors continually searching for rare errors and well-preserved specimens. From its historical context to its minting process, the 1988 dime has come to embody the essence of American coinage, both as a tool for everyday transactions and as a valuable piece of collectible history. In conclusion, while the 1988 dime may seem like just another coin from the late 20th century, its place in the world of coin collecting has proven to be much more significant. Its historical connections, design, and the potential for rare errors have made it a highly sought-after item in the numismatic market. For those who manage to find a well-preserved example or a coin with a unique error, the 1988 dime can be worth a staggering $135,000 or more. It's a reminder that even the most unassuming pieces of currency can hold tremendous value for those who appreciate the art of collecting and the rich history that each coin represents. The 1994 USA 1 dime coin stands as a fascinating subject of discussion in the numismatic world, particularly for coin collectors and enthusiasts alike. It's not just another small denomination coin that one might overlook in their pocket change. Oh no, this dime is wrapped in a complex history, captivating design features, and significant collector interest that has only grown over the years. As we embark on this journey, we will explore the backstory, the design process, the minting details, the intriguing nuances that make this dime stand out from others, and of course, the incredibly surprising value of the coin at the end. So sit back, relax, and let me take you through the story of the 1994 USA 1 dime coin, a piece of American history that has captivated collectors across generations. Our story begins in 1792, with the birth of the U.S. Mint. Following the establishment of the U.S. Mint by the Coinage Act of 1792, the nation embarked on its journey to create a standardized currency system. The early years saw the minting of a variety of coins, including the half dime, which eventually gave way to the current design of the dime. But in 1994, the humble dime, which had undergone several design changes in its long history, became an iconic part of numismatic lore. The 1994 one-dime coin is part of the Roosevelt dime series, which has been in circulation since 1946. This particular design was meant to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt's legacy was defined by his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, so it was fitting that he became the face of the dime. But, as with all designs, a lot of thought, history, and intricate artistry went into making sure that this dime was more than just a coin. It was a symbol of American resilience. The dime's design itself is not just visually striking but deeply symbolic. On the obverse, the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by the famed sculptor John R. Sinnock, has become an enduring image of strength and leadership. Sinnock, who was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time, carefully crafted Roosevelt's likeness to capture the dignified yet accessible nature of the president. Roosevelt's face is shown in profile, with his signature pince-nez glasses accentuating his features. His face exudes a calm resolve, reflecting the steady hand with which he guided the country through turbulent times. The reverse side of the 1994 dime presents a simple yet powerful design. It features a torch, olive branch, and oak branch, arranged to symbolize the core values of the United States: liberty, peace, and strength. The torch represents freedom, while the olive branch stands for peace and the oak branch symbolizes strength and stability. These elements are encircled by the words United States of America and the coin's denomination of 1 dime. The reverse design is just as much a testament to the resilience and fortitude of the American people as Roosevelt's image on the front, but let's not forget the history behind the 1994 minting itself. In the early 1990s, the United States was experiencing a relatively stable economy, and the U.S. Mint was focusing on mass production to meet the public demand for coins. The 1994 dime was minted in large numbers at 3 facilities: the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. At the time, the minting process was fully automated, and these facilities were using advanced machinery to produce millions of dimes annually. This production scale meant that most 1994 dimes would not have been particularly rare. What sets the 1994 dime apart from other coins in the Roosevelt dime series is a specific subset of these coins, those that were made with a particular set of characteristics. In 1994, certain dimes produced at the Philadelphia Mint were struck with a unique flaw, giving rise to a rare variety that has since captured the attention of collectors. These dimes, known as the 1994 Philadelphia Proof dime, were struck using a different process than regular circulation coins, making them highly sought after by collectors for their unique characteristics. The 1994 Proof dimes were made using specially polished dies, which allowed for the fine details of Roosevelt's portrait and the reverse design to be even more refined and beautifully struck. Proof coins like these are produced for collectors, and they tend to have a much higher quality compared to regular circulation coins. The higher level of precision meant that the coin had an exquisite finish, and they were packaged in protective cases to preserve their pristine condition. Proof coins are often made in limited quantities, and their higher quality makes them much rarer than regular coins, but despite the high quality and attention to detail that went into making the 1994 Proof dimes, collectors were still largely unaware of the specific value these coins could eventually reach. For years, many of these coins circulated quietly, their value not immediately recognized by the public. It was only through careful study and research by dedicated collectors and numismatists that the true worth of the 1994 USA 1 dime coin became clear. And as the years passed, more and more people started to recognize that certain examples of this coin were worth far more than their face value. So, let's fast forward a bit and explore the allure of the 1994 dime in the modern world of coin collecting. As with any collectible item, rarity and condition play a significant role in determining its value. The 1994 dimes, especially those produced at the Philadelphia Mint with the unique flaw, became highly prized by coin collectors due to their rarity and the error that was later discovered. It's not just about having the coin, it's about the condition in which it exists. A coin that is in perfect or near-perfect condition, often graded as a mint state, will fetch far more than one that has been worn down through circulation. Some 1994 dimes have been sold at auctions for incredible amounts, a testament to the dedicated collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for rare coins in exceptional condition. And while most of these dimes remain relatively inexpensive, a select few, especially those with proof-like finishes or certain striking errors, are truly worth a fortune. Now, I know you're all probably wondering, how much is this little coin actually worth? The answer may surprise you. While a standard 1994 dime is worth only 10 cents, its face value, a pristine specimen of the 1994 Philadelphia proof dime, with its unique characteristics and limited mintage, has sold for as much as $122,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $122,000 for a single dime. That is no small sum for what many people might have thought was just another tiny piece of pocket change. This dramatic rise in value is a testament to the fascinating world of numismatics and the way rare coins, even those produced in relatively modern times, can gain incredible worth due to their uniqueness, rarity, and the interest of collectors. The story of the 1994 USA 1 dime coin is one of hidden treasures, of overlooked pieces of history, and the enduring appeal of rare, well-crafted coins that hold stories far beyond their simple appearance. In conclusion, the 1994 USA 1 dime coin stands as a reminder that there is often more to the things we take for granted than meets the eye. Whether it's a simple dime or a rare, flawless proof coin, the potential for discovering hidden value is always there. The story of this coin is not just about its design or history, it's a story of the incredible journey that a single, small piece of currency can take, from the minting press to the hands of collectors, and finally to an auction block, where it might fetch an unbelievable price. The next time you come across a 1994 dime, you might just want to take a second look. You never know what hidden treasure you might be holding in your hand. The 1995 USA 1 dime coin holds a unique place in the world of numismatics. It's a simple, everyday coin, just 10 cents, but its history, design, and rarity make it far more intriguing than its face value suggests. Over the years, collectors have discovered that this particular dime is one of those rare treasures in the vast ocean of American currency, with specific characteristics that set it apart from the millions of other dimes minted each year. By the end of this video, I'm sure you'll appreciate just how special the 1995 USA 1 dime coin is, and you'll be amazed by its surprising value that has captured the attention of collectors. So, let's dive into the fascinating journey of the 1995 dime. To understand why the 1995 dime stands out, we must first take a look at its origins and the context in which it was minted. The story of the United States dime is rooted deep in the nation's history, with the coin first authorized by the Coinage Act of 1792. The dime, being a smaller denomination, was meant to serve a practical purpose in everyday transactions. Over time, the design of the dime evolved, reflecting the political, cultural, and economic shifts in America, but in 1995, the design of the dime still bore the legacy of a great American leader, Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Roosevelt dime, which had been introduced in 1946 following Roosevelt's death, has become one of the most iconic coins in the U.S. mint's history. Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, had led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, earning him a lasting place in American memory. In 1946, following his passing, the U.S. Mint decided to honor him with a coin that would bear his likeness. And so, the Roosevelt dime was born. The design of the 1995 coin is a continuation of that tribute to Roosevelt. The obverse of the coin features a left-facing portrait of Roosevelt, designed by artist John R. Sinnock. Sinnock was the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint at the time, and his portrayal of Roosevelt was meant to capture the president's dignified, yet approachable, demeanor. Roosevelt's pince-nez glasses, a defining characteristic of his appearance, are prominently featured, making the image instantly recognizable. The portrait is surrounded by the inscription "Liberty" and the year 1995, along with the motto "In God We Trust" and the mint mark indicating where the coin was struck. On the reverse side, the design features a symbolic representation of the strength and unity of the United States. It showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch. The torch stands for liberty, the olive branch for peace, and the oak branch for strength. Together, these elements represent the core values of the nation. Encircling these symbols are the words "United States of America" and the denomination 1 dime. The reverse design is clean and powerful, evoking the timeless values that the country stands for. However, what makes the 1995 dime particularly fascinating is not just its design, but the story behind its minting. By 1995, the U.S. Mint was operating with advanced technology that allowed for the production of millions of coins with incredible precision. Yet, as with any large-scale minting operation, there were occasional imperfections and anomalies. In 1995, one such anomaly would go on to make the 1995 dime a sought-after collectible. At first glance, the 1995 dime might appear like any other circulating coin, and for most people, it was. It was produced in large numbers, and millions of these dimes entered circulation, serving their purpose as a convenient small denomination for everyday transactions. But among these mass-produced coins, there were a few rare examples that captured the attention of coin collectors. Some dimes produced that year exhibited characteristics that would not be present in other years' coins, and these subtle differences would set the 1995 dime apart. One of the most notable characteristics of the 1995 dime is the presence of a particular die variety, specifically known as the double die variety. This variety, caused by an error during the minting process, occurs when a coin's design is struck twice by the same die. As a result, certain details of the coin, such as the letters or numbers, appear to be doubled. This error is relatively rare, but when it occurs on coins as popular as the dime, it can make a significant impact on its value. The 1995 double die dime became the subject of much excitement among collectors when it was discovered. It was a hidden treasure that lay beneath the surface of regular pocket change. Now, let's talk about the value of the 1995 USA 1 dime coin. While most of the dimes produced in 1995 are worth only their face value of 10 cents, the rare examples featuring the double die variety can fetch astonishing amounts at auction. The coin's value is significantly higher if it is in mint condition, unblemished, well-preserved, and free from anywhere that might come from circulation. A coin in such exceptional condition, especially one with the double die variety, can reach extraordinary prices. As we fast forward to the present day, the value of the 1995 dime has continued to rise, especially among collectors who recognize its rarity. The discovery of this particular error has helped fuel its appeal. A pristine, double die 1995 dime has been known to sell for as much as $118,000. Yes, a coin worth just 10 cents when it was first minted can now command six figures at auction, all because of that small but significant error in its design. The allure of the 1995 dime is undeniable, as collectors compete for the opportunity to own a piece of numismatic history. But how did this error become so valuable? The rarity of the 1995 double die dime is key to its worth. When you think about how many dimes are produced each year, it's clear that most coins end up in circulation, where they are worn down and subjected to the rigors of everyday use. Very few coins survive in pristine condition, and even fewer possess a unique characteristic like the double die variety. As a result, the 1995 dime has become a highly prized object among those who collect coins, and its value has only continued to increase as more collectors recognize its significance. As we look back on the 1995 dime's journey, it's remarkable to think that a simple error in the minting process could transform an ordinary piece of currency into a highly coveted collector's item. The appeal of the 1995 USA 1 dime lies not just in its design, or its historical significance, but in the stories that it tells. It's a coin that represents a rare moment in time when an imperfection led to something truly extraordinary. In conclusion, the 1995 USA 1-dime coin is more than just a 10-cent piece of metal. It's a testament to the unexpected ways that history, rarity, and collector's passion can come together to create something of great value. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or simply someone intrigued by the world of coin collecting, the 1995 dime has proven that sometimes, the most overlooked items can hold the greatest treasures. So the next time you come across a 1995 dime, take a closer look. Who knows, you might just be holding onto a rare gem worth a small fortune. The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, and the 1995 dime is proof of that. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the history, design, and incredible value of this amazing coin. Stay curious, keep collecting, and you never know what treasures you might discover next.